Welcome to the beginning of the episode where Mike leaves but says he'll be right back. But we don't know if he's coming back. But we do know that we're actually recording, Chad and I.
He did his part. He pressed record.
He did his part. He pressed record, then he fucked off. Got other shit going on. We're no longer amusing to him. We've run our course, Chad.
Yeah. Do you think
Chad
that's
just
how everyone else feels about us too?
probably, at least about me. The sun is setting behind you in a beautiful fashion. The light is just coming across your tattoos perfectly there, Chad. And if
Beautiful.
anyone watches this on
Maybe
YouTube,
maybe I should take my top off.
you should go shirtless this episode. Try to bring in more viewers on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I I ever since you said a few weeks ago about how YouTube is like the low hanging fruit for making money, I've
Cool.
I've I've taken a dive into it just because my take on that situation was that it's not low hanging fruit, that it's hard to make money on YouTube potentially. So I've been like watching stuff and reading stuff, and the level that these people go to. I was just watching this video of this girl who's the number one producer of YouTube shorts. Her average short gets 10 million views. She
Wow.
she took the script from like 20,000 shorts that she deemed to be successful that she had watched, then fed the scripts into a readability meter on the internet and came up with the fact that the readability of your shorts has to be less than grade 5 in order for them to go viral. But that's the level that people are going to actually make the money. And slowly, more and more, I've concluded that I was the right person on that side of the argument.
I and I think I've already admitted that I was wrong when I
I
said
know. I just like to bring it up.
I'm not opposed to saying I was wrong a lot. I'm wrong a lot.
It. I didn't know that someone would even. To me, it wouldn't even occur to me to scrape the scripts of 20,000 shorts and feed. I didn't even know before that video that a readability site existed where you could feed your shit into it and it would tell you what grade of person needs to be able to read it. And she was saying on the video that apparently most of Mr. Beast's stuff that goes viral is less than grade 1 readability. And that's why his stuff goes so viral.
Hmm.
I thought I'm
I,
gonna.
that doesn't say anything about how smart of a person he is, right?
Oh no, it's
It's
saying that
just
yeah, he intentionally produces content at less than grade 1 readability because that content YouTube judges the readability of your content and then shoves it up or down depending on the readability of the content.
yeah. I
If you
think
use
maybe it's so low too because for a lot of these people, English isn't their first language, right? So it's more accessible to
potential,
other countries because if even if you can't read English or you don't know English is your first language, you can still get by on these videos if they're grade 1 or grade 5 or whatever it is you said, right?
yeah, grade 1 to 5.
Yeah. Maybe that's why my kid likes it all so much.
It could be. I just found it the level that people are. To me, when I watch shorts or Instagram stories or all those short form videos, it's just people randomly recording stuff. But these, like, she's writing a script and then feeding the script into a readability meter and then altering a script and planning it all out and doing all this stuff all day long in order to get the short to go viral.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, I don't know that I have that kind of time.
Well, if the dollars are there, maybe you could make time.
Yeah, I guess.
She's
But
obviously smart enough that she's weighed the pros and cons, and this works for her, and this is how she generates her money. And in all likelihood, she probably makes a hell of a lot more than you and I.
I would guess she makes a lot more than all three of us added up together daily
Yeah.
for the year.
Yeah.
If she puts out more than one or two shorts a day that get over 10 million in views, 10 million views per short. I don't know what she's bringing in, but I'm going to guess it's a fair whack of money daily.
Yeah.
I have no idea what short views pay. You know,
Mine get like 3 cents per 1,000 views. So shorts don't make a lot of money.
so I guess that's why she has to put out a lot of them.
Whereas long form video will make $8 to $10 per 1,000 views.
So
money's really not in the shorts.
My 14,000 view short earned me like 30 cents.
But you have to get to 1,000 subscribers first.
Well, I'm up to 253. I'm slowly pounding. Well, I had 140 when I started.
Nice.
I'm trying to lose a pound of weight for every subscriber that I gain.
Holy shit.
On my diet.
That's a lot of weight.
I've lost like confirmed 15 pounds so far.
Really? Congratulations.
Thanks. You see these people who have like, these huge weight loss things. So you don't like, it seems like 15 pounds is nothing, but I'll confidently tell you it makes a big difference in your life. My joints are my hips and joints are not nearly as in endless serious pain as they used to be.
Is it Ozempic or is it natural?
No, I'm doing hardscape keto.
Oh.
Ever since you guys brought up Ozempic, all I see are Ozempic ads. My wife and I went to go see Dune 2 in theaters. First thing that comes up is an Ozempic ad.
And you thought of us.
A billboard right beside our condo, basically. Ozempic ad.
Nice.
So I've been doing hardscape keto. The whole Ozempic thing, someone told me you have to shoot yourself with a needle.
Yeah, you do. I think it's in your belly too.
There's no fucking way I would do that. So
it's not a very big needle. I think it's like a thumbtack size needle. Not that that makes it any better.
But I don't know. I don't see myself consistently doing that.
No.
It's not for weight loss though, right? Like, what is it for?
Well, it was originally a diabetes drug, I think. And then I think the only way I could get around giving myself a needle every day is if someone scared me and just poked me real fast every day. I think that's the only way I could do it.
The only way I see myself giving myself a needle every single day is getting addicted to heroin. I feel like an addiction to heroin. Well, I think addiction to heroin would overpower my, inability to get a needle, to do needles.
I can really picture you taking your work boot off and shooting that right between your toes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a between the toes kind of guy. I don't want track marks up in my hands.
It hurts to think about it.
Mike is shaking his head going, this episode is so far offside.
While I'm eating too. Jeez.
Like 8 minutes in, talking about shooting heroin between our toes.
Well, so that your clients don't see your track marks.
Yeah, you don't want them to see that for sure.
Is that the Caleb's Corner for hardscapers there?
This week's Caleb's Corner is used to shoot heroin between your toes. That seems like the kind of advice that Caleb spouts out every day. Oh my God. I have noticed that the more weight I lose, the angrier I get, and the more that my fiery temper comes back.
Is it because you're hungry?
No, I think I just have more energy. I think I was just really like slow and fat and lethargic. And now that I've lost some weight, that sharp, quick temper that you can tell when you're screaming at people how scared they are of you, it's back.
You were jollier when you were 15 pounds heavier.
I was jollier at 15 pounds heavier. Some couple guys on this job site today, they found out real fucking quick what happens. I I was delivering some crushed concrete to this new build house. And so first I pull up, guy comes out, opens the gate. I spin the truck around, I back in, and the guy's disappeared. So I pull the air brake, climb out, walk around, find the guy. I say, bro, opening the gate is fucking great, but where do you want this dumped? Do you want me to pick? He says, oh, back parallel along the house and dump it there. I go, okay. And I look over and it's fresh bee gravel that they've been compacting with a big ride-on roller. I said, bro, did you just like put that bee gravel over mud and then pack it? Or was that ground hard? And he says, no, it's hard. It's hard like a rock. I said, okay. So I spun the truck in there, fought through all the bullshit that is a construction site, backed up 3 feet parallel to the house, and the whole right side of the truck sank a foot. So just before it was about to get stuck, I fucking put it in gear and pulled it out of the hole. And I climbed out of the truck and said, listen, you stupid fucking moron. You just told me that was hard. He goes, oh, just back in, bury it, and we'll push it out with the dozer. I said, you think you're going to push on my $300,000 truck with the fucking bulldozer? Fuck you.
We'll push you out with the dozer.
The bulldozer can push the gravel from where I dump it to where it needs to go. The truck doesn't back up and dump the gravel, so the bulldozer can push the truck.
Yeah,
the truck. Make sense. So then the bulldozer guy started yelling at me to back up farther, and then he got a whole fistful of suck my dick, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you, you stupid old motherfucker. And then the young guy said to me, what's your name? And I said, my name's Mike. And he said, well, I'm contacting the owner of this company to tell them that you're rude. And I said, I wish you good fucking luck with that, you stupid fucking idiot. And
I've always wanted to do that.
And he said, oh, I said, you know why? Because I'm the owner. And it's my truck. He goes, well, I'm going to get the people who were here yesterday to bring the gravel. I said, you know why that won't happen? He said, why? I said, because those are my trucks too, you stupid motherfucker. And he went, oh, well, I'm sorry. Are you going to come back here? I said, no, I'm not coming back here. You people are fucking morons. And I drove off. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to keep that customer. I don't think that customer is coming back for more. The customer wasn't even on the job site. So I called him and said, hey, I'm never coming back to that job site again. These people are fucking idiots. And I'm done. I decided today in my weight loss to anger that I am no longer going to deal with people who disrespect my equipment and my stuff.
Right.
Because as a trucking company, I'm looking at this idiot kid who's like maybe in his early 20s. I'm like, would you drive your shitbox Civic into where I just put the truck? Because you probably wouldn't drive your shitbox Civic that's worth $2,000 into where I just put the truck that's worth $300,000. But you don't care because it's my truck. So you can suck a dick. I'd rather park it in my fucking yard than bury it in the gravel so that you can push it out with your dozer. I was like, if your dozer comes near my truck, I'll kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they learned today, didn't they?
They learned, yeah. Not to deal with Paver King, I guess. And they're going to call the owner.
Did you get a call?
No.
You should.
I was waiting for a negative review on Google.
Oof.
I've always wanted to have a client complain like that and then say, I'm calling the owner. And then I would give them a business card and say, call them right now. And have them call, and then my cell phone ring and pick up and talk to them right there on the cell phone in front of them.
Yeah.
That's a dream of mine.
So I didn't live that exact dream, but I was close to that. I'll call the people who came here yesterday. You know why that's going to fuck you up? Because those were my trucks too, you stupid fucking idiot.
I woke up in a fighting mood. I had a meeting to go to this morning, out of town, to discuss a sod deficiency from last year. And So the whole thing, I don't know. You guys have probably seen the email by now. I put it up on
I saw it. Yeah, that's good.
Landscape Daddy. I'll read it real quick. Do you have a second?
We have all the seconds in the
We
world.
have all the seconds of
We got
just
tons
burning
of
some
time.
time.
I'm done
Yeah.
threatening to slaughter people who might push my truck with a bulldozer.
There we go. They were talking about deficiencies on the job site with the GC, and they're like the sod is listed as a deficiency. The workmanship is poor, and it should be redone. OPSS was not followed, and therefore does not meet our specifications. We sent a message to Devin regarding this when the work was complete, but we didn't hear back. Lana, it honestly looks like they just threw it on the ground. I have a couple of pictures for reference. Steve is prepared to pay half of the measured quantity. And then she signs it with her credentials or whatever the fuck she thinks she's worth. But um, so I had been stewing on that email all winter. Obviously, we didn't get paid for the thing. And today I got the chance to go out and confront the woman with the civil contractor, and we're going to take care of the issue. Right. So, as to not go in blind, I had to look at this thing a month ago, and I'm like, I really don't see what the problem is with this whole thing. Like, it looks good. It looks like sod that's been down over the winter, and it looks great. It looks better than the lawns. Showed up today. She gets out of the car. Oh, hi, 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 everybody. I'm like, show me what you want fixed. And we start walking,
Listen,
and
hi.
show,
I don't care
what?
about your hi. I don't give a fuck about your personal greeting.
Yeah,
Show me what you want
yeah,
fixed.
yeah. That's it, right? Like with the email that you sent, there's no formalities, no nice gestures, no nothing. Show me what you want fixed, and we'll take it. We'll take care of it. So we start walking, and she's not seeing the issues that she saw in the fall. Like the she said the sod wasn't keyed in properly and stuff. I'm like, I have no uh, cut line to tie into. I said I just put it down as best we could. She said, well, that's the GC's problem, whatever. I said, regardless, it's not bad now. She's like, yeah, it's not bad now. And then we were approaching the spot where she took the three infamous pictures that showed the sod looking like shit. And she's like, oh, we don't need to go over there. I said, no, we definitely need to go over there. She's like, well, it looks okay from here. I said, yeah, but I want to show you, I want you to show me where you took the pictures from. She's like, well, it looks okay now. It didn't look like that in the fall, and I haven't been here all year. I said, well, maybe you were a little aggressive when you said the whole thing needed to be redone. And she says, I never said the whole thing needed to be redone. And I was about a second away from taking out my phone and reading the whole fucking email to the lady. But then I figured it's better to be paid than be right.
That's the
So
truth.
I bit my tongue when we walked around. I said, so what do you want us to do? She's like, well, I don't really see the issues that I saw last fall. Let's just measure the quantity and that'll be it. And then she walked off with her tail between her legs. And I got on the horn with the estimator from the GC and I said, Murray, I got them. I knew I'd get them. We're getting paid. Make sure to tell everybody in the office. He was laughing. And okay, that's it. That's how my day started off great.
That is a good start to the day.
Yeah. 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 That was ridiculous. But our sod price on that job is also ridiculous. So now we're due. I wonder if they'll pay interest because it took them 10 months to pay or 8 months to pay.
I would say no.
Yeah, I don't think so. Do you think they'll pay my fuel for going up to that meeting?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't think they're going to pay your fuel either.
No,
That's my opinion.
no. Hopefully, I never have to deal with her again. But we seem to be good at winning jobs in that area. So,
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
oh, she'll be back.
She'll be back and
Adult
she'll
braces.
That's mean. That's mean.
Well, she took shots at my work that was not shoddy to begin with.
So
if you want
when
to
you
get
do,
personal, I'll get personal.
so when you're doing that sod, it's the GC's responsibility to make the cut, like the match line for the sod.
Yeah, right. So because they're the one that tears everything up, they have to make a nice crisp line, 4 inches down, peeled away, so that you can topsoil 3.5 inches or whatever, and then put your sod right up to it. That's always been the way it is.
So if they don't do that, you just sod to whatever they do.
Yeah. Well, what am I going to do? I don't have locates to dig, right? I can't be
Mm.
peeling willy-nilly. I don't have time to do that. It's not what I quoted the work to do. So yeah, they can deal with it after the fact.
Hmm.
I got a wicked full board of small stuff. Like I've been picking up a week here, a week there. I think we're just gonna do week jobs all year long. Like it's the season of $10,000 jobs, I think.
That's not bad.
$10,000 to $15,000. Everything on the board is 10 to 15 grand,
In and
unless
out.
it's like 200 grand. But yeah, I think we may be able to cash flow better this year than any other year ever by just banging them out real quick and not
Chad,
waiting a year.
I can't even see your face.
Oh no,
You're just
it's
completely
it's
blurred out.
yeah, it's the light. No, I've blurred my whole screen. I'll go shut the
No, you're
blinds.
good.
Well, in
I,
about half an hour, the sun will be down. So
I got a question for you guys.
yeah,
Do we have time? I...
just started.
You're two guys. Your two guys' obsession with time cracks me up.
I love when Chad asked that, so I just want to join
Okay.
in.
Do we have time? No.
How much would you spend, and it can't be zero, for one of the smallest mini skid steers from China? How much would you spend for something like that?
It has to be one from China.
Yeah, it has to be one from China. And I'll start at if you could get one for $500, would you buy it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Would if you could get one for $2,000, would you buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was reluctant. Yeah.
Preface this. What is
Sorry,
your season? Are you loaded to work for the season and you just need something to work? Because that changes everything.
Okay, just yeah, it's tricky to put this into context. So just put it in a context of either you're going to resell it, like wherever you are at in your business, or maybe you even need a small little mini skid steer.
So I'm gonna put this in the context of, at a worst case scenario, it's gonna be in my yard, and I'm gonna use it to like put a scoop of HPB in a dump trailer, or just have it kicking around the yard, just as you could pick up a layer of pavers, or just as a general yard machine. That's how I'm going to preface this.
Now it is a mini skid steer, so it is a those boxers.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the weight rating on, like, how much can that thing lift?
I have no idea.
400 pounds.
400 pounds.
400 pounds. Yeah.
Jesus.
Again, though,
in my younger days, I think I went with women bigger than that. Jesus, 400 pounds.
This episode is so far outside.
That's not a lot of weight, especially in the hardscape world.
But I'm saying you're literally just going to be using this thing. I'm going to say it's always handy to have something that can scoop gravel, even if it's small, in your yard. Like, you can get some gravel on a truck. You can move. It's just nice to have something to maybe pick up a few 2x4s or a 6x6 and drive it across the yard. Or I'm going to say that I am doing this based solely on, I'm going to keep this thing around the yard, and if I get a small access job, I'm going to use it.
Okay.
So we started the bidding at 500.
Yeah, 500. You guys both said yes. 2,000. Chad was a reluctant yes. PK?
I'd pay yes. I for $2,000, I would have it around my yard. Absolutely.
Okay, what about $3,500?
$3,500, I'd have it around my yard.
Chad?
I will recoup $3,500.
Do I I have other things at the yard. Does that matter? Like, do I have to wash away my $100,000 loader and my
No, no, no.
$70,000 backhoe?
You could do
Because if
with
I
this
have those things, I
whatever you
don't need
want.
this fucking toy.
Then just say I
You
don't want
know?
it. And
Yeah.
say I wouldn't pay 2,000.
But see, it's different if I don't have it at the yard, right? On site, can I send this thing out with a pair of guys? Absolutely.
That's
There it's
fine.
worth more money to us.
Yeah, for sure. You can
So
do with it whatever you want. Just like
okay,
any
I'm
then
s- I was
3,500 bucks, no problem.
I was
3,500, no
saying
problem.
I was saying my worst case scenario was
Okay,
it sits
yeah,
around the yard. My hope is I have work for it and I send it out.
okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Uh
3,500 bucks. Let's spend it.
4,500.
Yeah, I'll spend 4,500.
Okay, I'm gonna jump up to 6,000.
4,500 was my top end for this.
4,500 was your top?
Yeah.
If it's going like, I don't know how long these things work or how long they're reliable,
Yeah.
but I don't think 6,000 is out of the budget.
Okay, so Ritchie Brothers had an auction last, I don't know, week sometime. I can't even remember at this point. These ones with the cheapest that you could get them at closing was 3,250.
I would have bought one.
I bought one for 4,000.
Nice.
Now you need a trailer.
I need to go get my dump trailer now.
Yeah, but I bet with ramps you could drive it right in the back of your truck.
I don't think so. I think so. I can't even click back on. I don't know what I got, so I can't even click back on the
You got a
listing.
picture of it.
Yeah, I got an NFT. Yeah, I don't even know what I got because you can't even click back onto it once it's been sold, I guess. So
If you saved it in your favorites, you can.
I have it in my watch list. You can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, the cheapest one went for 3,250. The most expensive one went for 7,000. I picked one up for 4,000. And
So
renting equipment has gone up to $450 for a day rate on a mini skid steer.
Wow.
So if I use this 10
Holy
times,
shit.
that's how I kind of just justified it. If I use it for 10 times and it shits the bed, I'm just going to park it in a field somewhere and
Park it with
wipe
the
my
dump
hands
trailer.
clean. Yeah.
Leave it in the dump trailer and just put it all in the same place, wherever that is.
Yeah. And at the very least, it'll make a good couple of YouTube videos.
It's $450
Yeah.
for a mini skid steer.
It was 325 last year. Now it's $450.
So
how much did you pay for the MT, Chad?
I think 55 grand. I'll be able to tell you.
So
Bobcat would like that, but that sounds like someone else's problem.
You don't like them. So what do you like? You guys have a hate
Yeah,
relationship.
that's it.
Chad, how much did you buy your mini X's for?
They were in and around low end 6,200, high end 8,500 maybe.
So they had enclosed mini X's going for 4,750.
Yeah, the market shit the bed hard.
Oh yeah. And the amount of like mini skid steers that they had, as soon as I saw the first one went for 3,250, I thought like, yeah, it doesn't even. Yeah. I'll have a little fun with it at the very least.
Why would one go for 7,000? Was it a different color?
It was one of the last ones, so it seems like people kind of panicked. Yeah, it seems like people just let it go for a little bit, but the $7,000 one, it looks a little bit bigger too. Slightly bigger.
You paid 55,000, Chad.
Before sales total before tax 51,707.
51,000. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna divide that. Whoops, hold on. My fucking calculator is 51,000.
I got a wide track though. Does that matter?
So they have to rent that machine for 113 days. 113.33 days to pay it off when they're charging $450 for it. Are you talking like the rentals are MTs, Mike? Probably something like that.
Dingoes, ditch witches. I haven't seen the MTs around this year.
Okay. So It's on average, say they're all around 50 grand. It would take 114 days at rental at 450 to pay these things off. So at 450, the rental company is doing pretty good. They're probably paying off an MT a year.
Yeah. I have rented mine out for, fuck, it was $250 a day. Someone's getting a deal with mine.
Yeah, for sure.
So
You should rent one to Mike.
I don't think the
I don't
delivery
need
charges
one.
work.
I
Yeah.
got one.
What's the name of this skid steer, Mike?
Let me send you the email that I got. I'll send you guys a screenshot. That'll take me a bit, so you guys can talk a little until then.
Okay.
I don't even have details in the email. I have no idea what machine, what the specs are on my machine. I have no idea. All I know is
are they delivering it to you?
no. I have to figure that out too. But I'm so busy this week. I'm so run off.
Don't they charge you storage though if you don't pick it up?
I think it's like a $2.50 per day or something like that. I don't know.
Well, PK picked mine up. So you could have him deliver in a bin on the flat deck.
I can send the boys to get your skid steer.
I'll send
Billy. I'll send Billy. He can suntan, get your skid steer. He can do the whole over the top thing, working out.
Okay, I just sent it to the group chat. Mine is the 4,250 red one, although they're all red in the picture too.
Yeah, that's not super helpful.
No.
Did you pick your color? Like, did you get the color?
So they had yellow going first, then they had red, and then white, and then yellow again.
Yours is the 4,250?
Yeah.
That's not a bad looking machine.
Based on the
so the one below it has a high track. The one
I see that.
Yours is a low track.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Slap some Toro stickers on that, and all of a sudden it's worth 20K.
I feel like you did pretty good on that. You should post that picture on our this Friday on our Instagram so everyone knows what we're talking about on this episode.
True.
I think you did pretty good on that, Mike. I think that was a win. You're right. If you use it for 10 days and then take it to the scrapyard, you'll probably still get $1,000 for it.
Yeah.
They're almost disposable. You could have one a month for
yeah, imagine getting one for 3,250. You could have a fleet
deal,
of them.
though. You never know if it's a deal.
Yeah,
you know what?
We'll
I think
see.
I think you're going to legitimately find when you own the machine that you end up having it for days when you maybe wouldn't have rented one, but it's going to move your project forward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know, like maybe you would cut off the rental 2 days earlier because you're like, fuck, I'm not really going to use this thing much.
Yeah.
But now it's sitting there. So you're like, okay, well, I need it for 10 minutes today to scoop up this gravel, but it saved me an hour's worth of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why we bought a second one, just so that we would have it.
I actually thought about buying. I tried to buy another one closer after that one because I was going to park one in Kitchener and park one in Etobicoke, and then just have the availability to have one wherever I need it. But I kept on getting outbid. After that one, they all started going up to 4,750 and up. So.
That would have been cool. So that's what, yeah, that who was talking to, maybe talking to Jordan from DPR, and for the cost of a MT, you could buy 2 mammoths.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have a mammoth sitting in your yard waiting that if the other mammoth went down, you just go and get the other one.
Yeah.
For the same price as one MT. But that's almost what you're saying. Like those machines are so affordable at $5,000. You could easily put one in a Etobicoke and put one and still make your money and be fine.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how it came outfitted, right? Like those Chinese excavators, they had no grease nipples. They were low on hydraulic fluid. Like this is shit that you have to do right out of the box to like get them ready to go to work. I mean,
Oh,
not
boy.
everybody did them, right? But they require some love to start.
But realistically, the one you bought was 51,000 and required no love to start. And the
Yeah.
one Mike bought was 10% of the cost. So if he's got to put a little bit of love into it, even
Yeah.
if you put a lot of love into it, is it gas or diesel?
I have no idea. I can't tell you anything other
Oh,
than
it's got to be gas for that price.
some of them were diesel, though. I
Really?
remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that some of them were diesel. All I know is that it's an unused 2023 AGT LRT 23 mini stand-on unused compact track loader. That's all I know.
Did you read any reviews before you bought it?
No, I looked at.
Oh, blind.
I had these all on the watch list just to see on that day, and then I was on the job site, took a look at it at lunchtime, and then thought, you know what, I could use two of these maybe.
So I was watching this new on Instagram. It's a sponsored post that came through, and it's a excavator company called AGI, and they're red. And the 8-ton AGI is 70 grand brand new.
7D.
70,000 brand new for the 8-ton.
Oh yeah.
And the all the comments under were, if this thing is in any way a decent piece of equipment, it's going to slaughter the used price of other excavators. So but I mean, whether it's a good piece of equipment or not, I couldn't tell you. It's a sponsored Instagram post, so that certainly doesn't. Now, if some influencer had it and was using it, then I would, I'm just joking.
Isn't that what a Sani is?
So Sani probably would have started out the same way though, and now they're a very accepted brand. I was
They are?
they are in the States.
You know, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're gaining brand recognition, yes.
I would say there's zero brand recognition for much Sanis in Ontario. I know one contractor that has a Sani, seems really happy with it. There's a couple of people that have Sanis in the States that Craig Scheller has them, and so does Josh Sutton, right? He has Sanis.
I think Pride has one too.
Pride has a Sani, yeah. So I don't know what they're like, but this, when I was a kid, like I don't know how young I was. Hyundai came out with the Hyundai Pony. But you guys probably don't even remember Hyundai Pony.
No.
They were, if other cars at the time were 10 grand, they were 4 grand. They were the ultimate in throwaway vehicles, but people bought them because they were cheap and they were new and they could get a few years out of them. And now, so that's, I don't know, I could probably Google when the Hyundai Pony came out. But now Hyundai has a division called Genesis that's producing luxury cars.
Yeah.
So every brand has to start somewhere, I guess, is the
1975 to 1990 was the Pony.
I remember it because I was born in 1973. So I'm just saying, like, UDI or whatever this company was called could very well become the next Caterpillar.
What about that Chinese tilt rotator? Is that going to be the next Encon?
That guy says I can have it for 10,000 American. It's for the 5-ton to 11-ton model, so that it would go on our 8-ton. He said I can have the Chinese tilt rotator for 11,000 American.
Okay, so let's play that game. How much would you pay to put it on?
Yeah.
Would you pay Yeah.
Well, they don't have a dealer here. I can read the whole WhatsApp chat because the guy was like trying to send me stuff on Instagram. Then he was like, give me your WhatsApp. And I'm like, that makes this feel like it's not a scam. So sure, let's do that. So it's I mean, I sent him a thing that said hello. He sent me back, hi friend. Our company does OEM for Devlon, XGCM, and Sany. The name of this is a Ling Dong.
Ling Dong.
A Ling Dong, a Ling Dong tilt rotator. The Ling Dong, it's called an LO7, but I like the name Ling Dong. So I'm going to say the Ling Dong -07 is suitable for an 8-ton. The price for you after applying the discount, I don't know what. Well, I don't know why I got a discount either.
Do you have your own discount code?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him if I can get a Ling Dong discount.
PK10.
The PK10 Ling Dong discount code. He says after the discount code, he's looking for 10,450 USD applicable to a 5 to 9 ton. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. I'll help you out. And then the conversation died because I got distracted by actual things I needed to do in life. So I was, and the chances of me spending 10,000 US on a Ling Dong were, like, if they gave me a Ling Dong, I'd be a little bit worried about who's going to put it onto the 8-ton.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
And is it going to fuck up my machine? Currently, my machine works pretty good. If I add a Ling Dong, will it improve it? Like, who's the professional Ling Dong installer over here? And if we do a deep dive into Ling Dong, are we going to find out that Ling Dong, this is going to become, like when you go into the No Frills and they have the no name cola, but when you look it up on the beverages, it's made in the same plant as the Pepsi. Is the Ling Dong plant perhaps maybe producing some of these other tilt rotators and changing the hose color? Are they all being made in the Ling Dong plant and then just coming over here painted different colors? I think that could be a legitimate thing.
like Milwaukee and Ryobi.
There you go. Yeah. You don't think that there's a chance that the Ling Dong plant is?
I don't know if the Swedes and the Chinese share their R&D like that, but
Well, I think the Swedes would do it if they could make more money. Someone was saying that the whole country of Denmark is currently like in a massive recession, except that that's where they make Ozempic.
that's where they.
It's one of those northern Europe, Scandinavian countries.
I thought they were all oil rich or natural resource rich.
The Scandinavian countries?
They are the same as us, but then they're run by liberal governments that
fucking
it's the
idiots.
same thing. And I think Biden blew up some pipeline that they were using. The Nor'easter pipeline, Biden blew it up.
Right.
For some reason. I can't remember why he blew it up. Maybe that's a conspiracy theory that he blew it up. I don't know. I have no idea. It's American politics. So you're looking up to see if your grib was made in the Ling Dong plant?
I looked up Ling Dong tilt rotator, and the first thing it's all sponsored ads. One from Ragnar, Roto Tilt, Gribs up there. Liu Gong or Ling Dong?
It's Ling Dong.
So
Ling Dong.
The only thing I can find comes up on TikTok for a Ling Dong. Chinese stick together.
They are the OME original equipment for a Devlon and a Doosan and a Sany and an XGCM. I don't even know what an XGCM is.
I don't know.
But they're producing the original equipment for it. Whatever an XGCM is.
I got a video one coming up.
I think it's wild that I'm WhatsApping with this guy in China about buying a Ling Dong. I sent you guys the manual for it. Didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a quick
Maybe
peek.
maybe this Friday we'll also post the manual for the Ling Dong on our Instagram page so that people can get full Ling Dong coverage.
Hey, they're teal colored hoses.
So the Ling Dong I'm looking at is the L4 and it's green.
Yeah, it's like a teal green, seafoam green.
Yeah. Seafoam green. Yeah, they're right.
Hmm.
Ling Dongs could be good. I mean, the Ling Dong it looks a little bit different than the other ones, I guess, but very similar.
Yeah.
What are the other tilt rotators? Grib, Ancon. There's one more.
Rototilt,
Oh.
Ling Dong,
Steel wrist.
Steel Wrist. That's another one. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all coming up Scandinavian factories.
Yeah.
None of them are made in China in the Ling Dong factory. Maybe the Ling Dongs are made in Scandinavia and then shipped to China.
Hmm.
My problem with a Ling Dong would be for 10,000 US, it just converts to like 25,000 Canadian. I could probably get myself into a grib.
For an 810? You're
How
not too
much was
far off. No, you're half the price.
Oh, well, maybe the Ling Dong's worth it then. Until something breaks.
I did tell you it's probably the only tilt rotator that'll decrease the value of your shovel. It's
Maybe. I don't know.
the crapshoot. I don't know if I would necessarily buy one, but I did buy 6 Chinese excavators, so
That's true.
Yeah.
We so the new driver started.
oh,
How'd that go?
Well, it ended today.
oh no.
There was some
Ah.
insurance problems. He didn't have the full 3 years, and insurance said he could get on, and now they say he can't get on. So he was a good guy. He worked hard. He trained with Christy, but if you can't get on our insurance, unfortunately, you can't.
Hmm.
You can't drive the truck. So he unfortunately he had to move on. He was a nice guy though. He needs to go somewhere that has a fleet of trucks and drive for 2 or 3 years and get the experience and then go work for a smaller company. Because it's the fleet trucks. If you have a fleet, they'll let anyone drive them, right? Because the risk is spread throughout the whole fleet. But when you only have 9 trucks like us, it's not as
It's not big enough of a spread. 9
so we're looking
trucks.
yeah, it's not a big enough. So we're looking for we're back to looking for a driver. So this this guy had called, said he was looking for a driving job, and I said email Kelly. And then he went on our website and emailed us through the website, said he was looking for a driving job. So then Kelly, I think that was the first time I saw him was he emailed us through our website like he was a client looking for some landscaping. And then I sent it to Kelly. And so Kelly called him and Kelly said, send me your resume. Because he filled out the inquiry boxes the first time, right? Like he was getting a patio. So Kelly Kelly called him, said, hey, can you send us your resume? She gave him the email. So this is like word for word the email back. I have 35 years experience, Dawn. That's what he sent back in the email.
That's exactly who you
So
want to hire.
that's
No
so
bullshit.
Kelly called me and said, hey, all this guy sent back was, I have 35 years experience, Dawn. And I said to her, oh, that's the guy. Hire that guy.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
that's a truck driver right there. That's a
Yeah.
guy. And so he sent he sent a picture of the truck he had been driving. I guess the company he had been working for a long time. something happened and the owner decided to retire. And so he sent a picture of the truck he's driving, and it's like a quad axle Kenworth T880 with an excavator box and the same triaxle 30-ton float behind it with a fucking excavator on the float. And I was like, okay, get this guy. I don't know where he came from, but he's my kind of person. When you know you're good at something, that's when you can do things like send. I have 35 years experience and I'm out.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're we're trying to get him on the insurance, and then hopefully I never sold the trailer, so he has an AZ and he's got experience with float moves, so maybe we'll delge back into that business as well.
I hope insurance doesn't ask you for 36 years experience.
Who fucking knows?
That is the guy. I would hire him. I don't even have a truck for him to drive.
So we never go to Mississauga. And if we do go to Mississauga, we certainly don't go to the south Mississauga. Like if you can go across the 407 and do something and come back, I might pretend to consider it and then say no. If you tell me something's in the south of Mississauga, we're talking like I'm not talking about like projects. I'm talking like with the bins, right? Bin trucks. Triaxles I might send out there because they go out there for a day, they come back. Bins are a bitch because you go out there, you put a bin down, now you got to fucking go back for it. Like it's fucked. So we never go there. But through a rigmarole of bullshit with someone that I'm involved with that constantly gets me involved with bullshit, I got sucked into doing the spin in Mississauga, which I ended up having to go get myself on Saturday, which is fine. But I made a stop motion picture of myself, or what do they call those? Time lapse. I made a time lapse of me driving down the highway to get this bin, just because I'm endlessly searching for the next YouTube. I'm trying to figure out the viral level of what construction. If normal people are grade 5, maybe construction will go like I don't know where the readability of that is. So, anyways, trying to search for this next viral video. So I made this video of me driving down the highway, and then I posted it, trip to Mississauga or whatever I fucking said. Kelly's talking to our insurance company this week, and the guy says to her, "Are you guys doing a lot of bins out in Mississauga now?" I'm like, oh my god, because like she's like, that's not your area. And Kelly's like, what the fuck? Like Mike posted that like a week. Like she's like, no, time. We are not going there regularly.
Wow.
So that is a warning. That is a warning to everybody. Whatever you are doing, insurance companies are watching your every move now.
That's wild.
But what's this whole thing? You can't leave your area that you have an insured area?
Well, you have a general area that for us, they ask us, like in Cornwall, no one gives a fuck.
Apparently so.
Well, because
as soon as they tell me you can't be leaving Cornwall now, fuck off. I'm finding a new insurance.
It's not that you can't leave the area. It's that you're insured for the trucks to generally be in one area. Like if I was taking the trucks to Brampton every day, they want to know that because Brampton is a place where there's 10 times the accidents of anywhere else in the GTA.
Yeah, each region has their own insurance rates.
Has their own insurance rates. So in general, I would say that 95% of the time our trucks exist in a 100-kilometer radius in Durham region. We don't leave Durham region. We go maybe north to Peterborough, which is like the Kawarthas. We maybe go east. Port Union is sort of where we kind of end on a regular basis. We don't leave that sort of geographical area. You could say Bowmanville Avenue, Highway 57 to the DVP to Peterborough. That's to the lake. That's sort of our. And so when they ask about insurance, they ask for the geographical area we normally travel in. But that's not saying we can't go somewhere else. It's just what's your general area? Well, like I went there once. I've been there once. I have to make a video of it. And they're like, hey, are you normally going there? No, you stupid. It's not even profitable. If you charged $2,000 for the bin in Mississauga, you would make less money than if the truck just stayed in Durham region.
Hmm.
Because the truck is gone for the whole day.
Yeah.
And so you go there, drop the bin, drive home. That's like, an hour and a half. You get home, they call you bin's empty, bin's full. So you drive back, get the bin, and then drive back. So now you've driven to Mississauga, driven back from Mississauga, driven back to Mississauga, driven back, like all of that for one bin. When that happens in Whitby, it doesn't matter. But that's because people say to me all the time, why is it cheaper to get a triaxle load removed compared to a bin? A 14-yard bin is more expensive than a triaxle. But it's because a triaxle pulls up and you load it and it leaves.
Yeah.
A bin, I put it down. Maybe you call me 3 days later. Maybe you call me a day later. Maybe you call me the same day 7 times because you're digging a pool. I don't fucking know. But you have to account for leaving the bin and then going back for it. Whereas a triaxle, you're not accounting for any of that shit. It pulls up, you load it, it leaves, it's gone. I don't have to worry about it coming back. So, anyways, all of that is in reference to the fact that my insurance company is literally watching every single thing I post.
They're listening to this right now.
Probably. They're probably feeding this through a readability meter.
But your insurance worries about where you're going. Mine is worried about taking my blood.
That was
Like they
just
have never
some
asked me where I
off-market
go
guy.
to, but they said we need your blood so we can insure you. So
That
I
was
don't
to
get
get
it.
insurance on your trucks?
No, I think that was. It's all through the same insurance, so I'm sure that's the how life
Wouldn't it be
insurance or
scary if
whatever.
they said we can insure you after they took your blood?
Ugh.
Sorry, bro. You got no
Sorry,
insurance
sir.
now. Yeah.
We're
Well,
gonna have
and
to
then they
talk to
started
you.
asking us about the crane
Oh,
because we were doing all those crane lifts.
and you
But
could
we
say
were
that's only
that's the next thing, right? They're like, oh, what about all these crane lifts? Kelly's like, okay, we were there, but we were not, the crane was not contracted by us. We were not in charge of the crane in any way. We had nothing to do with the crane. And they said, oh, okay, no problem. Because that was part of when we took that job, part of the gig was, I don't want anything to do with this crane.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I have insurance to crane lift shit on Yonge Street.
your
But
insurance is heavily involved in your life.
they are. I
Like
feel like they're more.
invested in you guys. Like
I know. Could you just leave me alone? Is there not someone else to bother? Am I the only landscaper with an Instagram account?
the only famous one.
Maybe they like the account. Maybe they in my delging down the YouTube rabbit hole of why things and accounts get popular. One of the things that holds accounts back is when you're not doing the same thing all the time. So, Mike, like your account, your How to Hardscape account is very, like your How to Hardscape YouTube account is very much instructional videos on how to hardscape.
The I Am Hardscaper one.
I am a hardscaper. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very centered around that item, that niche. So they're like, if you have an account that does a whole bunch of different things all the time, it's much harder to grow that account.
Yes.
But perfect. I'm glad I have a review of wrap snacks on my YouTube channel. Needed to know how the Snoop Dogg barbecue chips were. Fuck. I didn't know this. Shit. Because now I have a lot of landscaping stuff, but I still have wrap snacks and cherry Coke reviews. So I need to The good thing about being on a hardscape keto diet is it has cut down on the amount of pizza and junk food I consume.
Hmm. So what do you just eat? Beef jerky?
I eat pepperonis and drink Coke Zero.
And you've lost 15 pounds.
And
You should be the,
well,
you know how Jared did the Subway diet? You should be the
Yeah.
Coke spokesperson.
Coke. It's Coke Zero. I also drink coffee black or with a half a sweetener
Hmm.
because you can't have any sugar.
Does the sweetener not kick the keto thing?
No, because it's not sugar.
Oh.
I love how you say it's Coke Zero as if it's any better for you.
I don't like regular. I just don't like regular Coke, and it's also full of sugar. And you have to drink stuff that has. Can't eat carbohydrates, and you can't have.
Going from a heavily carb-loaded diet with the
Very
bagel
carb loaded.
reviews.
Yeah, a lot of carbs.
The
A
keto.
lot of carbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do eat fresh vegetables.
That's good.
Yeah. During the day?
Thanks for the cheerleading, Mike. I do eat fresh vegetables. That's good.
He's a good person. He eats fresh vegetables and has a three-legged dog.
I think I'm a worse person on this diet. I'm definitely a less tolerant and meaner person.
Does it affect your dog's life?
No.
So you're not meaner to the dogs.
I'm always nice to the dogs.
Of course.
I'm a good person. I have a three-legged dog. If only you could be as good as me. You can have the omelet bites from Tim Hortons.
Mm.
But one thing I've discovered is no Tim Hortons makes them ever.
Oh yeah.
I could make whole videos of me rolling up and the screen, the screen that's so bright it's like glaring at you in the morning, and in the bottom corner of that screen is a huge sign that says omelet bites. And then you say hi, then they say food order first, and you say I'll have the omelet bites. They say we don't have that. Okay, I'll just have a coffee with a half a sweetener. And then the next morning I come back and I'm like, okay, do they realize that yesterday someone ordered omelet bites and they didn't have them? And do they care? And then I pull up and I say, hi. And they say, food order first. And I say, I'll have the omelet bites. And they say, we don't have that. And I go, okay. And meanwhile, I'm staring at it on the screen. Like it's the most advertised thing on the fucking screen. Is that I'm like, okay, well, stop advertising this shit because you're sucking me in every day. Every day I'm sucked in thinking today is the day they'll have the omelet bites, but they never have them. So
here they're trying to hawk pizza at you. Tim Hortons pizza.
Oh yeah.
Flatbread pizza.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I did a review of that.
Did you? How was it?
Yeah, because
pre-keto.
This was when I was in Mississauga at the Working at Heights course because I'm a landscaper. And they had the flat. I pulled up to the drive-thru and they had it, so I just ordered it because it's holy shit. And I think it was like a 6 out of 10.
Ooh, that's rough.
It wasn't great. I don't even know if it was great on the go.
Doesn't look appetizing.
I think part of the issue is if you look deeply into pizza, I don't know any place that's supplying drive-through pizza. Pizza establishments are either you order it or you walk in. Even if you're just getting a slice, you walk in, they put it in the fucking oven, they warm it up for you, they give it to you. Like I don't know any other place that's serving drive-through pizza, and it's called flatbread pizza. So, but can you guys think of any other place that's serving drive-through pizzas?
No.
So that might be part of the problem. Producing a pizza in 30 seconds might be a problem. Potentially.
Yeah,
But
I haven't tried it, so I'll keep it that way.
You should try. Well, they're in. How could they even think about bringing that out in Cornwall, which is like the pizza capital?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, they didn't talk to their territory insurance. This isn't going to fly here. Cornwall already has a pizza. So,
Cornwall has a pizza style, and flatbreads produced in 30 seconds are not it.
not it. No.
Absolutely not it.
You guys want some audience questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.